Welcome to the Wailing Caverns Dungeon Guide. Wailing Caverns is an excellent dungeon for leveling skinning, level 19 twinking for agility and intellect users, and massive experience gains. But you should expect to be in here for at least an hour. Ideally you will want to be level 17 to 23, but you can enter as soon as level 10. Keep in mind you will need to be at least level 15 to equip loot drops, but things do scale to level 20 from the later bosses. Wailing Caverns is an excellent gold farming spot for skinners, as the deviate scales dropped by the massive raptors can be used to make the deviate scale build, which is the best level 19 twink build for rogues, hunters, and shamans. The first quest we grab is the Forgotten Pools from Tonga Rune Totem. This quest chain is vital as it gives us one of two powerful weapons. Tonga sends us to the Forgotten Pools to plant some seeds. Once this is done, we return to him and accept Stagnant Oasis, in which we plant some seeds in the Stagnant Oasis. Upon returning, he gives us one final collection quest, Altered Beings, in which we collect 8 snapshot shells. After completing these, we grab his new quest, Hamul Rune Totem, and start heading to Thunderbluff. Upon reaching Thunderbluff, I head to the cave in the Spirit Rise and pick up the Serpent Bloom quest, which requires us to collect 10 Serpent Bloom in the Wailing Caverns. Afterwards, I head to the Elder Rise and speak with Hamul, who sends us to Nara, who will give us Leaders of the Fang, which requires us to kill 4 bosses in the Wailing Caverns. After Thunderbluff, I head to Ratchet and grab Raptor Horns from Meebox. Go collect the horns and return to pick up Smart Drinks, which requires 6 Wailing Essence from the slimes within the dungeon. I pick up one last quest in Ratchet, Trouble at the Docks, from Crane Operator Bigglefuzz, and head to Wailing Caverns. Above the entrance to Wailing Caverns, we find our last 2 quests, Deviate Hides from Nalpak, which requires 20 hides from any beast within the dungeon, and Deviate Eradication from Ebru, which requires 7 kills of 4 different deviate beasts. The first quest we can complete is Trouble at the Docks, which requires us to kill Mad Magish. He can be found in the first left tunnel. He has a long spawn time and a stealth, so patience is key here. Once dead, make sure you loot his 99-year-old port, as that's what's required for the quest. Inside the dungeon you will find Serpent Bloom, which needs to be picked, Wailing Essence from slimes, and hides from any deviate. Just keep killing and you should be able to complete everything. Nothing too special here, just make sure you're looting. The first boss you will encounter is Lady Anaconda, which will drop the first gem you need for Leaders of the Fang. In the pools below you will find Kresh, who drops one of 2 shields. Neither of these bosses do anything special, and usually don't drop anything at all. After Kresh, we head down the west tunnel until we reach Cobrahn, who drops our next gem. Upon killing Cobrahn, we can jump down and head west down the next tunnel. After clearing mobs and turning left down every fork we can encounter, the only rare inside of the dungeon, the Deviate Fairy Dragon, can be encountered. Soon after we encounter Pythas, who holds the 3rd gem we need for Leaders of the Fang. As we continue further along, we encounter Scum. Be careful here as his chain lightning hurts. Finally we reach Serpentis, who has the final gem we need. In the same room as Serpentis, we see Verdun the Everliving. This guy hurts. If you're a tank, expect to die. Once dead, we can jump down and head back to the entrance to escort the disciple we saw at the beginning. This is how we summon the last boss, Mutanus the Devourer, so don't leave quite yet. After completing the escort, the disciple will begin to summon 3 waves of mobs in the final chamber. Upon completing the 3rd wave, Mutanus will spawn. Mutanus drops a quest item, the Glowing Shard, so make sure you loot him. The Glowing Shard will require you to go to Ratchet to perform a dialogue with Sputtervalve. Afterwards, you can go to Follow Sagewind at the top of the mountain above Wailing Caverns. You will get a new quest to talk to Hamul Rune Totem in the Elder Rise of Thunderbluff. Before I go, there are 2 rares right outside the dungeon entrance, Trigor and Boan. Both drop fantastic BOEs, so keep an eye out for them. Thank you for watching the Classic Dungeon Guide for Wailing Caverns. If you have any constructive criticisms, please let me know, and as always, have a great day.